Hey, and welcome to this tutorial for Scheduled Dispatch, a feature in OpenTTD JGR Patchback. This feature allows the user to create realistic timetables for your trains, your buses, your anything. So, I will be showing you exactly how it works and how to make use of it. Of course, to start, we will need a network of sorts. And here I have a very basic railway network and a single train. Well, the first thing you do is, of course, give your train some orders. And then you'll want to select Timetable. And you'll see here that your service does not have any times at all yet. You can enter them manually, and if you let the train run for a bit, you will see that it automatically fills in some times, but these times are not used. It will say, well, travel for 3 minutes, not timetabled. That means it will travel for 3 minutes, it knows that, but it doesn't use it. So if it's any longer, it won't say, oh yeah, I'm late, so I might stay, I might reduce my the length of stay at some station. In order to actually put in the times, you can enter them manually. For instance, I can say I wait at this station for 2 minutes and travel for 3 minutes. Or I can use either autofill. Autofill starts at the beginning of the service, so once it leaves Graffingbridge West. Or I can use automate. If you use automate, it will continuously update the timetable. And if you do that, you can see here, it will fill in the times for you. And if you then press automate again, it will delete all your times. So what you need to do, if you use automate, is you'll need to make sure to hold control when you disable it. So now we have a train with a timetable. So how do we use scheduled dispatch on this? Well, of course we click the scheduled dispatch button and we select enable. Now you can see here that it says that this schedule repeats every 100 or 1440 minutes. That's 24 hours. We don't want that. So instead let's set it to 15 minutes. Here we can see that the timetable takes 11 minutes to complete. So within 15 minutes we will need 2 trains if we have more than one service. So the next thing to do is to press add a departure slot. And if we do that, we can enter a time. Well, it's currently 10:49. So let's add 10:50, that's right now, and 10:55. Let's also do 1100. So now we have 3 trains a train every 5 minutes, and it says this schedule requires 3 vehicles. So if you do that, if we get 3 vehicles on this, it will automatically make sure that every 5 minutes a train will leave Graffingbridge West. So here you see it's 3 minutes past. If we wait for a bit, it's 5 minutes past and this train departs the station. So that's what scheduled dispatch does. It will make sure that the very first service will, that the service starts the moment that the clock hits one of these times. It should be noted that here you have and stay for 0 minutes. Well, if we make this 10 minutes or 3 minutes, then it's not that, for instance, for 3 minutes, it's not that it will depart at 11:03 or 11:08. It will actually still leave at 1100 and 11:05. It'll just make sure that at the end of every service, it will wait at least 3 minutes before starting the next service. So if you want a minimum time for it to turn around, this is how you do it. Now you might run into an issue if you have more services. So let's add some more trains, shall we? Let's crowd this thing for a bit. There we go. It's now a bit crowded and it needs 6 vehicles. Well, if we add the other 3 vehicles that it wants, then we will quickly realize what's wrong here. This train will not be able to enter the station, and that might actually cause delays. And you don't really want that to happen. So what you can do instead is you can make it so the orders don't start at Graffingbridge West, but at a depot right next to it. Because of course a depot can hold an infinite amount of trains. Scheduled dispatch will simply just make sure that the trains wait in the depot after each service, as to not interfere with all the other services. And this is usually the easiest way to make sure that trains don't occupy stations that they can't occupy. But of course, you can just make any station layout that you want in order to hold the trains temporarily. Or you can just make your terminus stations big enough. Either way, that is all I can say about scheduled dispatch. Of course, what you can do is you can add, you can write down the travel times, use an external program that you either write yourself or find online in order to plan all the routes to avoid collisions. You can set the travel times to be longer. You can set speed limits. You can do all sorts of stuff in order to change the timetable. But that is it for scheduled dispatch. So I hope you learned something, and have a good one. Bye.